Alright folks, sorry about that. The app closed and we lost the feed because of that. We are back up live. Fortunately we didn't miss anything. Recording again, sorry about that. Somehow the app just closed, and when that happens the stream shuts down. Alright, so we didn't miss anything. We're about to go. About 1:10 left. Puck drops for the beginning of the second period. And we're back. Shot was sticked aside by Wyatt. It's in the corner. One Rebel there. Merrick's able to clear the zone. He's working really hard. Throws it back up, big shot. And a penalty for a trip against Pueblo. Pretty obvious one. Boy, the Rebels' parents don't like it at all. Their kids don't commit penalties, apparently. All right, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for about 36 seconds. And then the Rebels will get power play. Face-off comes all the way out of the zone. Rebels are going to have to reset and throw it back into the corner. Shot blocked aside. By Jacek. Rebels are to throw it out of the zone. This is going to be a nice. All right, 11:05 left. There's about 12 seconds left on the 4-on-4. And then the Rebels will go on a power play for about a minute. Yeah, looks like we got 4 back watching. Once again, sorry folks, the app just closed, and when that happens, the stream stops. I had to start it over. Puck thrown back into the center by Cook. Intercepted by Pueblo. They're going to skate it into the zone. That channel and Cook back. Shot stick aside by Wyatt. That looks like a trip there, but it was kind of incidental. Pueblo parents were not happy. Thrown into the middle. Shot by Riesling. Another shot deflected into the center. Kept into the zone by Luke. There's a penalty by Riesling. He's making it look like it's football out there, so Riesling's going to go from the box. Has his hands up, but kind of a blatant trip or roughing call. He's talking to the ref, doesn't like it. All right, 10:23 in the first. We're back to 4-on-4 for 25 seconds. And then it'll be a Bulls power play. Face-off didn't make it out of the zone, but the ref called it. And I'm not sure I agree with that one either. All right, puck drops in neutral zone. Pueblo grabs hold of it, throws it into the Monument Rebels zone. Chandler grabs it, she reverses ice. She's gonna get it out of the zone, but loses it on the blue line. Big collision. Both players go down, no call. Rebels throw into the zone, no icing, because it was tipped. And Pueblo is back on the power play. Someone's able to sneak behind. Cook throws it back into the zone, and they're calling another offsides. Jackson was not happy with that. That was a close one. That may have been offsides. All right, 9:42 left in the second period. The score is 2-2. back and forth. Puck thrown into the Bulls zone. Kicked out. They missed the offsides on that one, but helped us, so we won't say anything. Cross ice, the puck comes. Rebels stick fighting, stick battling here on the blue line. Chandler grabs the puck. Oh no, that's Merrick. Looked like a 3, looked like an 8 to me. Oh, big, they're calling a penalty here on the Pueblo. And they touch up. I'm not sure what the call's going to be. Interference is the call. 8:57 left. All right, so the Rebels are going to have a 2-man advantage for 5 seconds. Oh, wait a second. Ref's kind of screwed up. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. All right, they had too many men on the ice. Power play. A lot of confusion here. So the refs allowed the puck drop with too many men on the ice. I think they're going to waive that off because it should be a penalty, but it should be a 2-man advantage for the Rebels. Coach White is very fired up. Here's an icing. All right, they're calling a bench penalty on the Rebels. And now we're going to go 4v4. Now there's too many men on the ice. Too many men on the ice as well. The refs are kind of losing it. So now we're 4-on-4. Coach White is fired up. There's a shot, and all right. Still 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got 4-on-4. 1:11 left on the 4-on-4. Puck is covered by the Pueblo goalie again. A lot of confusion, and it's very tense right now on the ice with the refs really blowing that too many men on the ice call. And the Rebels got a bench penalty, and that's why we're 4-on-4. Puck sticked in. There's a goal by Merrick. Kind of looked like the same type of goal that happened against Wimmer, where it was a long shot. It took a bounce and went into the goal. So we'll take it. Rebels are up 2-1. The penalties should be cleared. The refs really don't know what they're doing. So they pull the Bulls player out And it's going to be 5-on-4 now. The referees have no idea what the rules are. Now they're going to put them back in. Nope. Now they're saying power play for the...
Where's the score? Where's the score? That was a goal. You're the one.
I know this is a new concept. Counting. Sorry. Andy Slick.
All right, big delay here. More conversations with the refs. The score is 2-1. I think the scorekeeper just didn't put the goal up. I don't think it's the discussion. The parents are worried about the scoreboard, but it is 2-1. The discussion with the coaches is whether it's 5-on-4. Power play. All right, they're gonna, after this long discussion, they're gonna put a player back into the penalty box.
It's 2-1.
And puck drops. Now we're still back to 4-on-4. Puck goes into. Stolen by the Rebels right in front of the net. Here comes another shot off the goaltender's mask. Comes back around the corner, going to be grabbed by Chandler. Chandler throws it back in. Caught by, a nice tip opportunity. Thrown back in front of the net. And a very fast whistle. 7:57 left. I think this 4 o'clock keeper is just super confused with everything that's going on and has got to go up on there. So that's 2-1. Now it's up on the board. We're still at 4v4 hockey. Face off, controlled by the Rebels, comes back out of the zone here. All right. Puck is in and out of the zone, gathered by Merrick. Merrick gains the blue line, throws it across to Jacek. He's unable to control it, kick back up to the top. All right, the power play is over. Both power plays were up, so we're back to 5-on-5. Puck comes in. Rebels blow a tire, skating into the zone by Pueblo. Shot, padded aside by Wyatt. Eliza grabs the puck. She comes through the middle, slices through. Puck keeps moving. Merrick carries it into the zone now. Oh, they call. That one might be a 2-10 for boarding. It looked incidental. I think it was an accidental contact there. But they're going to put. I think it's Merrick's going. I know. I don't know what to say. It's always the case playing Pueblo. These guys are. Yeah. Yeah. Believe me, I've been part of. So yeah. There was one game that Cam refed last year in World Arena, and it was this team, and it got so ugly. Yeah, it was sporty. All right, lots of play, open net. Puck goes right by Wyatt, but Bodie's in. I missed that change. Sorry, Barbers, but Bodie's in. Probably during all the melee with the discussions with the refs. All right, about 55 seconds left here on the power play. Cook controls the puck. She's unable to get out of the zone. Carried out of the zone by Riesling. That's offsides. 5:59 left. About 45 seconds left on the power play. 2-1 Rebels. It is a very tense environment here. Everyone's fired up. All right, puck drop right in front of us here. Controlled by Pueblo. They skated in. Here comes another offsides. Nope, they were able to clear the zone. Jack is on his horse. Gathers the puck. He's able to come in. That should have been some type of call. Centering pass. Oh, wide open net. It was a great play. Leo was ready for it and just caught the heel of the stick. That's going to be, should have probably been a call there. Oh. Leo tries it again. Backhand. Oh, that should have been a penalty. The ref is just standing there, had no idea what to do because he knew he should have called a penalty. And Gurney hit the ice hard. Looks like they're going to call a penalty after the fact. Refs don't know what to do. Gurney's down. He hit his head hard and was taken out by number 8. They called a penalty after a discussion here. This is usually always what you get playing Pueblo. All right, they're going to call a roughing penalty. Discussion here now with the Pueblo's coach and the ref. Definitely penalty. The referee just kind of froze. The Pueblo goaltender recovered the puck, and Jack is still down on the ice. He hit his head, it looks like, and maybe his neck kind of got twisted or something. Okay, Gurney's sitting up now. That's good. It's like a long talk to make sure everything's working the way it should. All right. He's on his feet. And a couple players are coming over to help him off the ice. Looks like he's holding his shoulder or his wrist, but I thought he hit his head on the ice. All right, back to play here. We have 4-on-4 for about 4 seconds. And then the Rebels are going to go on a power play. Hey, have a great game. Have fun at the game, guys. See ya. All right, puck drop. Comes out to Bogey. She sticks it into the far boards. All right. Rebels have the one-man advantage. Thrown across the net into the corner. Bogey's unable to keep it in. Rebels the Bulls are going to skate it out. Great back check by Chandler. Bodie sticks aside a shot and then cleared out of the zone by Chandler. Or actually, Bogey cleared it out after Chandler was back checking hard. All right, we got to set things up here. Rebels carried into the zone. Off the back of the boards, Merrick is on his horse. He wheels it back around front. He circles. He stops. He sets. He shoots. Rebound right in front. Should be a goal. There we go. Goal by Sebastian. Sitting there. Fortuitous rebound. And that's going to clear out the penalty box. Rebels are up 3-1. Saying 8 shots to 5 now. And this is the second period, so the period's wrong on the scoreboard. On the reset, it must not have taken that. So I'll fix that here, but it is the second period. 3-1 Rebels. 4:24 left. And we have a puck drop That's center ice. Rebels control it, skate into the zone. Backhanded in front of the net, cut off by Pueblo. Cook chips it up to Jacek. Jacek gains the blue line, loses the puck. Pueblo skates it into the zone. Cook is there with the stick out, forces Pueblo around the backside of the net, and they wrap it around. Right through the 5-hole of Bodie. Cook probably should have put a body on the player a little bit earlier rather than poking there. 3:53 left. Score is 3-2. And once again, these Pueblo folks are thinking that they scored a goal in the Stanley Cup final here. Raucous crowd, very loud. All right, back to the action. Puck dumped into the zone. Cook gets it, she clears it out. Into the neutral zone, cut off by Pueblo. They carry it into the zone now. Stick fighting, great defense. Cleared out of the zone. There's a boarding right there that wasn't called. There's another call that was missed. I think the refs were afraid to blow the whistle. Pueblo grabs the puck again, throws it into the zone. Overskate by the Rebels. And back behind the net. Cook ties up the puck. She chips it out. Centered, cut off by Merrick. Oh no, that's Grant. I keep messing that up. Grant loses control. He throws it up to a waiting Luke. Luke loses the puck at the blue line. Pueblo comes back around. Shot sticked aside by Bodie. Pueblo has gained some steam here, and they're really taking it to the Rebels right now. Out of the zone, but a 2-on-1 if we can help it here. 2-on-2, nice pullback. Shot. Oh, that was a terrible whistle.
That was a loose puck.
These poor refs are just getting.
That was a loose puck.
2:21 left in the second period. Scores 3-2 Rebels. Face-off in the goal zone to the right of their goaltender. Puck drops, comes in the middle, chips, bounced into the goalie who gloves it. Another face-off here, 2:18 left. All right, Rebels control the face-off, skated into the corner. Back and forth, finally goes to the corner. Flood throws it on net, cut off by a Pueblo defender. This should be icing if he makes it down. They called a tip, that was clearly icing. Rebels try and get out of the zone. Weak shot thrown in, cut off by Chandler. Chandler's going to chip it off the boards. There's a tip. Could have a 2-on-1 here. Once again, a short whistle. The goaltender was on top of it, but had no idea, and as soon as the goalie looked behind him, it popped out. Quick whistle. 1:38 left in the second period. And we're going to have a face-off to the left side of the Pueblo goaltender. Puck drop, comes back to the middle, comes to Hatfield. Hatfield chips it back into the corner. Pueblo throws it behind the goaltender, tries to backhand out, comes back to the middle. Chandler's going to cut that one off. She throws it back into the middle. Chandler again off the boards, into the corner. Backhanded right onto the stick of Sebastian. Sebastian shoots, just goes wide of the net. Thrown back into the middle. Real good stick battles here for the Rebels. They get the puck. Leo skates it across the middle. Cut pickpocketed by Pueblo. They're going to come out. He overskates, leaves the puck. Sebastian is back right on it. Oh, puck comes over to Leo. Leo throws it on net, cut off. 39 seconds left in the period. Pueblo skating it into the Rebel zone. Shot thrown in front of the net, picked off by Walker. 26 seconds left. See if Walker can make something happen. Nice pass, picked off, stays on the stick. It looked like it was offsides, but they didn't call it. Comes back around, shot. Oh, Walker up above the net by the Pueblo goaltender. 10 seconds left. Thrown into the middle, cut off by Pueblo. They backhand it out of the zone, and Walker's going to ride it out here. And that is the end of the second period. The Monument Rebels are up 3-2. Shots are 9-7. Let's fix the scoreboard. Third period now. Resetting the game clock. So the preliminary parents' report is that maybe Jack hit his head, and they're kind of checking him out for a concussion. Hopefully he's okay, but he did look like he went down. His feet were taken out from underneath him, and so he's over there on the opposite side. So Jack's skating on the ice, and looks like he's back. He might be coming off. We'll see what happens. All right, about to start the third period. Winner goes on to face the championship this afternoon. We got Riesling, Raska, and Preston out for the offense, and we've got Merrick and Bogey on D. Puck comes up right here in front of us. Rebels carried into the zone. There's a long shot. It's sitting on the net. Fouled up by Jackson, and there's a goal. Good thing happened when you crash the net. Way to be. All right, we get a little celebratory skate here. 11:43. 4-2 now. All right. Looks like we changed up the lines here. We got
42.
a puck drop here. Sorry, I'm watching, trying to figure out who's on the ice. Rebels battle on the boards and carried into the zone. Refs are holding the whistle here. We got a 3v3 scrum going on. Puck comes out. 2-on-1 for Pueblo. We got a broken stick by somebody. Quickly handed another stick by the coach. Back and forth on the boards on the near side. Bad angle. Puck comes to center ice. Put into the zone. Cut off by Bogey. Bogey's going to chip it out. I don't know what happened to my setup here. The camera looks sideways to me. And we get a stoppage. 10:37. Offsides was the call. And good news, Gurney's back out on the ice. There's another offsides. All right. Flood Seb, Gurney are the forwards. We got Hatfield and Cook on D. Rebels are able to carry it into the zone, comes across the blue line. Sebastian controls it. Shot. Unable to be controlled by Flood. Cook grabs it. She's going to throw it back in on an offsides, which was probably a really good play there. Intentional offsides. The face-off comes to center ice. Another quick change. Jake Jackson, and she's the other forward out there. Looks like it's Leo. Puck comes right up to the middle. Gathered by Hatfield. He slices and bases through the D. Comes back, pulls back. Another goal. Great play by Walker. Jake was standing on the doorstep and bats that one home. 9:56. Squirt is 5-2. So I'm pretty sure Riesling got that goal. Preston was leading the handshake line, or the fist bump line, but Jake, I believe, is the one who's going to get credit for that goal. 9:56 left, scores 5-2. Faceoff comes back to the neutral zone. Cook grabs the puck. She reverses, makes one cut, beats two players. She's coming in, loses the puck, throws back to the middle, another shot off the Pueblo defenseman. We had two on the doorstep there, another pass into the middle. Pueblo is going to carry the puck into the zone with steam. Thrown in the middle, cut off by Leo. Cook loses a stick battle. Shot throws off, back, bangs off Preston's board. Oh, wide open backdoor shot. Comes into the corner, chipped up on the boards. Pueblo keeps it in. .902 left. Walker chips it off the boards, throws it ahead. Rebels carried into the zone. Shot to an open net, just goes over the crossbar. Another open net, another shot. Walker is able to keep it into the zone. He steps up, good move. Shot, wide open net, goal by Preston. Big things happen when you attack the net. Another great play by Hatfield. All right, 6-2, Monument Rebels. 8:37 left. We get another face-off at center ice. Pueblo looks really deflated. Three really quick goals by the Rebels here in the third period. Puck drop, here we go again. It's getting a little physical here. Big collision with White right in center ice. Pueblo skates around. Chandler cuts it off, covered by Bodie. And we get some extracurricular. .817 left in the third period. The Rebels are up 6-2. Rebels win the face-off. They throw it back into the center. What's going on here? Backhanded toward the net. We got a bunch of Rebels standing in front of the net. All right, Rebels are still trying to get it out of the zone. Comes behind the net. Chandler was taken out, and they call the trip. We have a running clock now with a 4-goal differential. .710 left. They're calling the penalty. 1:30, we'll get it up here on the board. Not really sure what's going to happen with that. Yep, running clock 6-2. Power play for the Rebels. Face off won by Pueblo, chip back into the zone by Grant. Puck circles around behind the net. Pueblo's able to clear it. Hatfield gathers the puck, sidesteps. Another sidestep off the boards. He carries it into the zone. Looks like an interference call, a big bump there. Grant unable to grab that. They're not going to call icing. We do have the running clock. Grant loses the puck in the corner, centered. Grant recovers and makes a great play. Puck in the middle. Rebels were able to clear the zone. Skated across the blue line, they dump it. This is going to be nice. It should be nice. Oh, they call up the ice. Hey guys, you're blocking my shot. Thank you. All right. Oh, great pad save by Bodie. Unbelievable. Wide open net. Bodie gets his leg right out. And we're on the power play, but it certainly doesn't look like it. Pueblo keeps it in the zone. Power play's almost up. 10 more seconds on that. Walker takes a skate down Broadway, right into the middle, into the zone. Pulls it back, comes back around, attempts to close the tire on the wraparound opportunity. Rebels keep it into the zone. Comes on to Gurney, throws a shot. Rebound is loose. Puck battle. Oh, puck was still out, and they blew the whistle. This game is really, am I the only one that this game seems like it's gone for 3 hours? All right, back to even strength. 6-2 Rebels, 4:38 to go on the running clock. Rebels were able to win the face-off and throw it into the corner. Stays in the zone, handed glove down by Preston. He follows along on the far boards. Pueblo clears the zone. Cook steps up. She gets beat as the chip off the boards. Poor ref blew a tire. Hit the ice hard. They called a trip. I don't know what they're doing here. They called a trip on Pueblo. The refs are having a rough game. Running clock, 3:53 left. Pueblo parents are not happy at all. And we're going to get another power play. Face off in the Pueblo zone. I don't know what they're doing with the penalty here. We've got a running clock. The refs are talking. They're not starting the penalty timer. All right, there's the puck. They started the penalty clock. There's 3:08 left in the period. Rebels are on yet another power play. There's a slash. Jason got hit in the head. Not called. Liza's going to skate around. Bodie sticks it. Liza throws around. That could have been a boarding call. Hit from behind up against the boards. Dangerous play. Eric was going to skate it out. Gains the blue line. Nice moves. This is 10U hockey. You're not allowed to do that. Cook wheels. She throws around. It's getting pretty chippy. Cook avoids a late hit after the puck's gone. The refs have completely lost control of this game. Both sets of parents were mad. Both sets of coaches. Players are getting chippy. Cook steps up, and there's an offside. She was unable to throw it in there. 30 seconds left on the power play. 2:10 left in the game. The running clock. come the face-off in the middle, won by the Rebels. Stick in, Flood throws it into the zone. Sebastian, big shot, gloved by the goalie. And a little bit of antics after the whistle. All right, 1:30 left in the running clock. Power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Big stick battle here as the Pueblo clears the line. There's a big Pueblo coaches want to slash. Not going to get it. I think the refs are just praying that the clock runs faster to get off the ice. Big swing and lift. Sebastian carries it into the zone. Shot tripped by the Pueblo goalie who goes out of position. They pull it back off backhand attempt. Diving stop by the Pueblo defenseman. 40 seconds left. Pueblo wheels it out behind their net. Head of steam, cuts back, takes the red line, and an offsides is called. This is pretty much going to do it. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds left on the running clock. Looks like I don't know what's going on. The Rebels only pulled 3 players out. Rebels win this one. They advance to the finals. And a really, really interesting game. Not sure if there's going to be a handshake line or not. Hopefully sportsmanship plays out, and it does. Looks like they're lining up. All right, folks. I believe Val White won the other game, so we'll be back at 2:30 for a finals Arvada Squirt MLK championship game for the Monument Rebels 10UA Black. All right, come back and see us here this afternoon. Go Rebels.